Good afternoon, sir and my friends. The company for our group choose is A201 Coffee. Before I start to present, let me introduce myself first. My name is A201 and my metric number is 263541. Now I will present about the introduction of the franchisor. For our team, it's very grateful to Miss Don Liu Yanling to giving us the opportunity to have an interview with her so that we can better to understand how A201 Coffee operate their franchise business, especially as this COVID-19 pandemic period. Miss Don Liu already have 21 years working experience, and she was a general manager for F&B operation at Kopitiam Asia Pacific Sdn Bhd. The factory address is in Selangor, Malaysia, Subang Jaya. Now I will present about the background of franchisor. The founder of A201 Coffee are Mrs. Goh Chim Ming and Mrs. Tan Say Yap. A201 Coffee was established in 1999 and is located in Ipoh, Perak, Malaysia. A201 Coffee is the largest cafe chain restaurant in Malaysia and a halal restaurant certificate by Jakim Halal. The three main business activities of A201 Coffee are the operation of cafe chain, the manufacture of coffee and other beverage, and the last one is the marketing and sales of coffee and another beverage. A201 Coffee is a leading white coffee manufacturer serving more than 13 countries. A201 Coffee have formulated its own 3-in-1 blended of instant white coffee, which is helpful to develop of the company. In 2005, A201 Coffee opened a series of cafe outlets based on the traditional Ipoh coffee shop environment and atmosphere under the Ipoh White Coffee brand, thus vertically expanding into the food service field. Since opening its first cafe in Ipoh at 2005, its cafe chain has expanded to approximately 160 coffee shops in Malaysia and Singapore. At the same time, the cafe outlet under the retail section use A201 Coffee and A201 Coffee signature as brand name. The premium section is the modern version of the original coffee shop in Ipoh. This included fully and partially owned franchise coffee shop. The management has successfully integrated the traditional and modern convenient facility and transformed and revived the traditional cafe concept into a successful working model with convenience outlet and as easy access for customers. In 2009, the KPDN applied for and obtained a franchise license from a franchise registry. The vision of the company is to be a Asia Pacific leading white coffee brand, providing high quality product to customers globally. And the mission of the A201 Coffee is our people. We believe that our people are our assets. Community. We nurture the community. Mother Earth. We do our part in saving Mother Earth. Investor. We focus on prospering our investor. The franchise package of A201 Coffee, they have three models. First is kiosk, second is Kopitiam, and the third is cafe. They are three totally different of description in the detail that show in the list here.
My metric number is 262037. The effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on business. Based on our investigation, A201 Coffee is one of the business that facing some problem on their business. Firstly, when government announced the first phase of MCO from 18 to 31, A201 White Coffee was having a problem of sales decline. This is because during MCO period, some economic sector will be allowed limited operation only. So there are no more citizens will hang out as crowd like usual to stay home. Next, the second effect is the changes on how customers will be having their meal at A201 White Coffee. During MCO period, all the customers were strictly not allowed to dine in at any restaurant or shop. So A201 White Coffee was changed to let customers take away their order only. Furthermore, another effect of COVID-19 on A201 White Coffee is all the activity between franchisee and franchisor need to be conducted on virtual meeting. For example, training activity or latest promotion. This activity will move online since the start of MCO said by Ms. Don Liu during the interview section. Besides that, the supply of the raw material to branch of A201 White Coffee. During MCO period, some imported raw material of A201 White Coffee was lack of demand due to multitude of reasons beyond their control. So it is difficult for them to prepare the food as usual. They need to change the menu or just label out of stock on the menu. Although there are many effects that occur, but we still need to remain our strength to continue our operation during this time. The pandemic has affected our customer choice and needs. A201 White Coffee need to adjust their marketing strategy that can help on improvement to minimize their loss on their business. That's all. Thank you.
My name is Chong Pei Ling and my matrix number is 261766. Today I'm representing about the steps taken by the A201 White Coffee to overcome their existing constraint during the COVID-19 pandemic. So the first constraint is the declining of sales. To overcome this constraint, A201 White Coffee has putting their focuses on the food delivery platforms such as the Foodpanda and GrabFood. So they has doing the promotion on this food delivery platform to increase their sales. And the second constraint is the implementation of movement control order, which is MCO, because they need to follow the standard operating procedure and the customer are not allowed to dine in the restaurant, which can affect their sales. So to overcome this problem, A201 White Coffee also putting more focuses on the food delivery or the self-picking by customer themselves. So by this method, they can prevent the customers staying too long in the restaurant and also prevent the spreading of COVID-19 virus. And the third constraint was the effect on the activities and training programs between the franchisor and franchisee. This is because during the MCO period, they cannot conduct the meeting through face-to-face, so they use the meeting platforms such as the Google Meeting or Zoom Meeting to conduct their meetings. So by using this method, the franchisor and franchisee can update all the information and trainings program to each other. And the last constraint of the A201 White Coffee was the problem of supply of raw material. This is because some of the ingredient of the A201 White Coffee was imported, and during the MCO period, the time taken to import the raw material become more longer. So to overcome this problem, A201 White Coffee has decided to choose the local supplier to make sure the ingredient can come more faster.
Good morning, my name is Long Kayan. I'm from Group A. Today I want to present the parts is the form of assistance provided by franchisors, government and NGO. The outbreak of COVID has brought major economic, political and social consequences to the world. The franchise sector is primarily made up of the retail and service sector and is an example of a heavily affected industry. The global pandemic caused by COVID-19 is unprecedented, and both franchisors and franchise are navigating uncharted territory in the new abnormal. As franchisors, the most important thing is the safety and health of their employees, and they encourage their franchises to think in this same manner to take care of their people first. The forms of assistance provided by Old Town White Coffee franchises is relief in the forms of royalties, advertisements, and promotional fees, holiday during the periods when there was no dine-in allowed in order to assist the franchisees with their cash flow. To survive the downturns, franchises have also restructured payment terms in order to allow franchisees time to build up their finance and agree to temporarily close outlets in locations where it's not commercially available to operate. With most physical stores and restaurants now reduce the operating hours and with social distancing measures in place, Old Town White Coffee franchises allow the franchise to reduce operating hours so that operating costs can be controlled with goals in line with the locations and local regulations. Franchises of Old Town White Coffees carry out training activity virtually since the start of MCO in this March. This is to ensure that all channels are able to access up-to-date information and alerts. Keep updates events by providing free webinars or set out virtual brainstorming sessions to innovate and plan for after the COVID-19 pandemic. The forms of pre-hiring assistance provided by the government to the franchisee is the wages subsidy that provided by the pesos and the loan moratoriums from the banks. Moreover, the Old Town White Coffee franchisees lack of employees or maintain the exciting numbers of employees depends on the status of their franchise business. If they need to close temporarily, they may provide the options to their employees to look for alternative employment pending their reopenings. That's all from me. Thank you.
In a conclusion, Old Town White Coffee have taken a lot of action to maintain the franchise business. Old Town White Coffee franchisor during the face-to-face meeting with franchisee to know about their situation and discuss about the problem, try to solve the problem together with franchisee. Franchisor also modified their SOP to be in line with MKN and the local authority to make sure the worker and customer in the safe area. Old Town White Coffee franchisee are giving convenience using the third-party delivery platform and social media platform to ease their works. During the MCO or RMCO, the operation model will change based on the situation announcement by government. Franchisors are always beside franchisee, bringing them the operation model and other skill into the business to make them strength in the market during the COVID-19 pandemic. Franchisor allow franchisee reduce the operation times because the local regulation and allow the franchisee temporarily close shop. In a conclusion, all the safety protocols and procedures are in line with the government mandated practice and certified that what franchisor and franchisee are doing works and make the franchise business can continue in the marketplace and strength in the marketplace. That's all from us. Thank you.